Alrighty, guys, I moved my stop back up here. This is Brian with the American Fluent Trade Room. You can go to AmericanFluent.com, sign up for the 1 day trial. We'll give you a week trial in the room for that day and plus 3 coaching sessions to help you start learning the 6 trade setups like this to help you get into easy trades. So we go through this really quick. The reasoning for getting this trade is back here. Let me slide back to where we got in this trade. Back here on Sunday night, we just kind of looked back at the hourly chart and waited for price to start going back in our direction. So, sorry, up here we started waiting. We waited for price to start going back in our direction on Sunday, and and you'll hear Coach in the background of the American Fluent Trade Room. We just took that signal and a confirmation entry, thinking that we're going to see a pretty good sell off, and we did see that pretty good sell off on Sunday night. So. So that gives us the ability to get in these trades pretty cleanly with a confirmation entry, and we were able to run down this next level, which we've seen a couple bounce offs this morning. Not a huge deal, most likely that was early morning trading. So what we would normally do in a trade like this is we'd just take our stop, and this is what you would have seen me do. Um, and again, I was asleep, but you would normally just follow the slower moving average here. Now, we did move this to a 5 minute chart because we got into profit so fast. But even if you're on a 2 minute chart, you can still use the same slower moving average. Just understand that if you're deep into profits and you're using a lower time frame, you have a more likelihood of getting stopped out on a trade that might run for you. And especially since this trade broke this zone, we knew that we had a good chance to have a lot of running room. So we wanted to let it breathe. Again, I was asleep most of the evening, most of the night while this trade was airing itself out. So we really didn't do anything to manage that. This morning, I came down, looked at around the 7:30, 8 o'clock time frame, and saw that obviously we were deep into profit. So we just want to use this tiny little swing point here as the next stop management as we walk through the trade, and that would have allowed us to have what I always say. We would have paid ourselves to stay in this trade, and then anything could have happened here. It could have popped back up, stopped us out. Nobody would have been upset with a $5,000 profit waking up to that. But we just let it play out until the market opened. And a lot of people get real twitchy on the market open, worried about they're going to get stopped out. But again, if you're in this position overnight, that's an easy trade to take, and it's easy stop management. So now we're just going to use this 5 minute chart, and we're going to use the slower moving average. And again, we're using the slower moving average because of how much we are up in the trade. Like I said, I'm typically shoot for 100 points a day, but this market's been very generous lately. As long as you're able to pick out the appropriate side of the market to be on, you're able to typically get pretty good runners. We've gotten several 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 point runners in the past few weeks just by being on the right side of trade and waiting for momentum to go in our direction. And obviously, you got to look at stochastics as well to make sure that you're not buying when you're selling and you're not selling when you're buying. We have a downtrend here, easy to identify a downtrend. So we'll teach you how to use that and the pivot point to identify a trend. And it's not going to be the way you typically learn to identify a trend. So we'll teach you how to do that as well. Go to AmericanAffluent.com, sign up for the 1 day trial. It's $9.99. We're going to give you a week trial and at least 3 coaching sessions to start teaching you 6 trade setups. Whether you've traded before or you're brand new to trading, we can show you how to get into trading. It's not that hard. It's called Trading Made Easy for a reason. We teach you some very simple rules. You don't need to know everything about the market to be a good trader. You just need to know some very simple rules to follow so that you can manage your trades and enter trades wisely. So again, that's our stop management. Go to AmericanFluent.com. We'll give you sign up for the 1 day trial. We'll give you a week for that $10 plus 3 coaching sessions. And if you like, subscribe, and share these videos, we will give you that week trial at absolutely no charge. Thank you, guys.